Seth for Nashville, and Nashville back in business. The ball to the outside. Newhar charging to the right of the area. Pulls up right at the border of the box. Now he's in the area. Newhar cross. It's high into the air. It sails past everybody, and it'll be Wagot who is able to get onto the ball as it rolls outside the left portion of the area. Beautiful back heel. Lionel Messi through traffic. 1-2 defenders. My goodness. And he picks out Segovia into the right attacking half. Left wing Segovia charging forward. Segovia to the outside. And that's where it is played by Suarez. Way too heavy trying to get around a defender. And it goes across the left end line for a Nashville goal kick. Suarez just does not have the same explosiveness he once did to play a ball that heavy and get around to the defender in close quarters like that. Lionel Messi has Inter Miami on top 1-0. First half here in Fort Lauderdale. We are just 15 ticks shy of the half-hour mark. Ken Levicka with you from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. To my right, onside engineer, the OG Oscar Gonzalez, back to the network studios in West Palm Beach. We'll hear him again at halftime, Mike Rizzo. And there is 30 minutes on this first half clock as Nashville passes it around the midfield on the near side. Again, Nashville attacking right to left. Eddie Tagseth, former Norwegian under 20 in the midfield, plays it off to the left-hand side, touchline, left attacking half. Nashville FC, or SC, Dan Lovitz dispossessed. And as the ball was played back, Inter Miami is going to get the benefit of a referee's call, a foul against Lovitz for a grab of the shirt. One yellow has been issued in this first half. Patrick Yazbek of Nashville SC was the guilty party. Nashville unbeaten in its last 15 all competitions. 12 in MLS, 4 in the U.S. Open Cup. Nashville in a 4-3-3 tonight under B.J. Callahan. Veteran defender Walker Zimmerman was talking this week about how Nashville has turned it around from 13th in the East a year ago to battling for the Supporters' Shield as we enter mid-July. And he said that after the regular season ended, B.J. Callahan kept the team in Nashville for a whole month, had an impromptu camp. And staying with Callahan has made all the difference. Here's Messi, left defensive half, long ball, and almost getting to it was Segovia, making a really long run up the left wing that started in the defensive half. It was broken up by Nashville in the box, but Inter Miami back on it, right attacking third. Here's Kremoski. He has had few touches tonight in the attack for Inter Miami. Now Messi on to Kremoski, left wing. Good ball to the left-hand side. Low delivery. Suarez could not get on the end of it as he was running to that near post on a ball from Alba. And it'll be a goal kick for Nashville. Suarez thought that he earned a corner, but it also looked like Suarez got his own feet tangled as he was trying to adjust to make a play on that ball at a difficult angle. And now there's an injured Nashville player. Yeah, Suarez made a mess of that as he whiffed on the ball. He's really frustrated, and yes, he's taken it out a bit on the referee, Filip Dujic. That said, I think there's some frustration with himself as well. Andy Nahar is the injured Nashville player who was laying across the end line near his own goal. He is back up now. Nahar, a Honduran international. But back to B.J. Callahan and the unscheduled postseason camp last year. It allowed these Nashville players to learn Callahan's system, to be around one another for an additional 30 or so days, and that helped them once the what is always very quick preseason came, and they were all on the same page once the season started. And credit to them for being professionals and not complaining about staying an additional month. Good defensive play by Jordi Alba. As he, with his back to the ball, was able to sprawl, get his right toe on the ball, and settle it nicely, pick himself up off the turf, and win possession back for Inter Miami in its left defensive third. Inter Miami clad in all pink per usual, 34th minute. That Inter Miami pink shirt has become one of the most iconic footballing shirts on the planet. Well done by Nashville on the press. Eddie Tagseth, who came to interfere with a ball that was intended for Kromoski near touchline in Inter Miami's left defensive half. If that gets through, Kromoski has a whole lot of real estate to basically saunter unmolested into the right attacking half. Instead, Inter Miami a throw it, and Nashville wins it back right away. Close quarters passing, 4 different Nashville players touch it, and now Nashville is going to defer the ball into the right defensive half, clear some space, and try and work up out of the back. Palacios into the left attacking half. Into the middle. Right to left angle on a ball that is fed to Lovitz near left touchline. Now back into the middle channel. Here is Nashville. A low shot from distance. It fell to Surridge. Maxi Falcone in the middle of the area. Blocked the Surridge shot. He went full extended on a tackle. That would have been a point-blank attempt on Ustari. And Falcone saves the day defensively, and Inter Miami has possession in its left defensive half. Oh, that was a phenomenal individual effort. Full sellout of the body, the full anatomy from Maxi Falcone. So that conflagration extinguished. 1-0 Inter Miami still maintains its 1-goal advantage. Here is Falcone, fresh off of his heroics. From his right center back position. Starts moving the ball off to the far side and now making his way to the midfield stripe. Left portion of the pitch is Martinez. Now off to Messi. Messi flanked intently by Mukhtar of Nashville. 2022 MVP in Major League Soccer. 2 MVPs on the same pitch. Messi last season, Mukhtar 2022. Allende trying to swipe a ball, right defensive half onto Wagon, who is making a run. Didn't get all his foot on it, did Allende. And it is won back by Jack Mayer of Nashville. Nashville long ball defensive half. Ustari knew that was coming. He was 30 feet off his line outside the area. Took a short hop on him. He had to head it out of play across the touchline. Didn't feel comfortable trying to keep it in play because Schaffelberg was making a run. Ustari did the right safe thing, just sent it out of play, lived to see a throw in. Nashville did throw it in, and then Nashville, not on purpose, played it all the way back into its defensive half. So everything comes up roses for Inter Miami there. A 1-0 Inter Miami lead. A 17th minute, Lionel Messi, glorious free kick goal. And aren't they all glorious when they find the back of the net? A turnover from Nashville. Trying to do too much was Newhar of Nashville. Trying to go 1-on-4, and Inter Miami won it right back. Lionel Messi just olayed Mukhtar about 35 yards out. Messi, good ball, short range. Suarez back heel, wanted Messi. Couldn't get through, but then Inter Miami won it right back. Inter Miami's playing real hard. Segovia on the turn into the right wing. Here is Suarez. So Suarez playing on the right at this moment. Suarez onto Allende, headed to the right corner, near the end line. Low cross, Allende! And he had Segovia right side of the box, got a right foot on it, but could not put it on net, and it floats wide of the near right post. Well, that was a good ball with a lot of pace from Allende, deep in that near right corner, and he put it on target to the young Venezuelan, Talasco Segovia, who just could not twist his hips around enough to challenge Joe Willis, the Nashville goalkeeper. So after it sailed out of play on the shot, goal kick Nashville, and here they come, trickling towards their left defensive half. Surridge playing all the way back near the midfield stripe, trying to get touches on the ball. Falcone pushed him in the back, and a foul is called. 38-30, 38-31, 38-32 on the clock here in this first half. 1-0 Inter Miami. Lovitz the left back for Nashville. Left defensive half on the near touchline. The ball is worked over to the far right side. Played by Palacios. Now Newhar. An attempted cross delivered in by Yazbek. That's blocked out of play across the far right touchline by Davi Martinez. Throw in Nashville. This will be handled by Andy Nahar. Good throw in. All played through. Couldn't get through completely, though, as Martinez at the top border of the box got his right foot on a soft delivery from Eddie Tagseth. Right idea for Tagseth, but Martinez read it well. A lot of poise there. Here's Nashville again, though, asking questions across to Mukhtar. Heavy touch. He tried to bicycle delivery, a ball to the edge of the 6-yard box. Wanted Surridge. Inter Miami cleared it away, but the job's not done after the clearance. Newhar back on it. Now Tagseth on the right wing. Now Mukhtar, upper right of the box. Low delivery, sent in. Alba broke that up. And Segovia pokes it back to Alba, this time outside the box, along the far left touchline, and Nashville backs off. Well done by Inter Miami in the passing channels to get legs and limbs in the way. Andy Nahar, though, has been a pest from the Nashville side. The right back has a goal and 7 assists. He's an MLS All-Star, and he's showing why. He's extremely active. He's arguably been the best player on the pitch tonight for Nashville. We are within the confines of the 41st minute. Inter Miami 1, Nashville 0. Who accounts for the difference? You can guess. Lionel Messi. Messi, good ball into the midfield circle for Busquets. Suarez sends the ball high into the air. Right attacking half in the middle channel for Segovia. Good ball, Messi to the left part of the box. Alba's there. Low cross. And able to break up the play was Mayer for Nashville. Right man, right spot. And then Inter Miami able to track back on a long ball forward and win it in the midfield. Great communication. Maxi Falcone, as well as Davi Martinez, to cut off Mukhtar, who was a little bit frustrated. But Nashville wins possession, and here they come with some real estate to operate in. Near side left attacking half. Lovitz will play it back to the left of the midfield stripe. Yazbek with the left foot, slides it on to Tagseth. Tagseth up the middle channel, goes to Nahar on the outside right. A left-footed delivery from the far left touchline. Tagseth was making a vertical run to the edge of the right side of the box. No connection there, and Oscar Ustari for Inter Miami after corralling the ball with his feet. Will, in front of Nashville's leading scorer, Surridge, pick the ball up and will distribute as Inter Miami gets back to work later stages of this first half. At this juncture, can't imagine a ton of added time. 1-0 Inter Miami with the lead. Suarez sends a sky ball into the left defensive third of Inter Miami. Alba plays it back to Martinez. Martinez, along his end line, earns a goal kick for Inter Miami as he blasts it off Mukhtar. That was not a well-played ball back to Martinez, and he was able to corral it. And a veteran move, put it off of Mukhtar to allow Ustari the goal kick. A reminder, all Inter Miami corners brought to you by Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath representing injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. That's Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. Inter Miami came into tonight 12 first-half home goals. That's now 13th. It is now tied for third in Major League Soccer, that mark, first-half home goals. Nashville, a rain-making high ball, defensive half into the left attacking half, and then Wagon, a little bit of a heavy touch, but he was able to win it back for Inter Miami. Almost found Allende at the precipice of the defensive half. Nashville trying to find anyone making a run. Surridge just sort of no look, sprawling a ball into space, easily cleared by Inter Miami. And then a bad play by Busquets and Martinez. Here's Nashville, penalty D, and a diving block of a shot from Davi Martinez and Maxi Falcone as Scheffelberg was trying to line it up straight on goal. from the border of the top of the box. That was deflected high into the air. It rolls out of play. Shackelberg is banged up. Oh, man, Inter Miami throwing bodies at the ball. That's the best way to atone for some sloppiness in your own defensive half, by sacrificing your body. It was Martinez who went full vertical. He took out his own teammate Falcone, but Shackelberg's the one who comes up banged up for Nashville. He's now up, and play is back underway. Goal kick, Inter Miami. We are inside the final minute of this opening stanza here in Fort Lauderdale. 1-0, Inter Miami on top. Falcone, right in the middle channel. Right smack dab in the middle, the epicenter of his left defensive half. Now off to the left portion of that defensive half, and near the midfield is Jordi Alba after a pass from Martinez. Played back by Segovia to Martinez, and then Jordi Alba couldn't get on the end of a ball near the midfield stripe, and Nashville has it back. Nahar from his right back position sends it to his right center back, Jack Mayer. Nashville looking to probe. They are patient on offense. Nahar now in the left attacking half along the far touch line. We have hit 45 minutes, 3 added minutes in this first half, and now Nashville threatening on the border of the left attacking third. Good ball to the outside, room to operate. Lovitz got onto it near touchline. Lovitz step over into the left channel. He swings it across. It's headed to the near post, and unable to get on the end of it was Surridge on a beautiful delivery from Qasim. Ustari had read it well the entire way. Qasim was marked, probably got away with a push of Busquets in the box. Qasim tried to feed it to the near post where Surridge was making a run, but Surridge couldn't get there in time, and it is a goal kick for Inter Miami. The 3 added minutes in this first half with Inter Miami up 1-0, presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the new Q5 today at your local South Florida Audi dealer, or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That new Q5, it is beautiful. Go to AudiUSA.com. Why wouldn't you want to test drive it? Come on. We are through a minute of the additional 3 in the first 45. 1-0 Inter Miami on top. Nashville in its defensive half, right side of the pitch, near side. Tag Seth, square ball, near side to far side with his left foot, picks up Nahar. Now he sends a ball up the outside, right wing, sliding over Martinez to blast a ball into the seats, right corner. Shackelberg was making a run. Martinez concedes the corner for Nashville. This will come far side to near side, and it'll be delivered by Mukhtar. Inter Miami has been prone at times this season to allowing set-piece goals, especially off of corners. This will be an outswinger, far side to near side for Hani Mukhtar. A whole bevy of bodies in the box in the left attacking third. Corner for Nashville with about a minute left in the first half. 1-0 Inter Miami. And in the air, Mukhtar delivers. Good pace on this to the 6-yard area. It's headed up into the air and wide of Ustari's goal. And it is going to be a goal kick for Inter Miami. I believe that was Surridge who got a head on it for Nashville, but never really much of a threat. He was off balance and he was well marked. So Ustari's going to take his time, try and bleed off as much clock as he can here in the twilight moments of the first half. No, it wasn't Surridge who got the head on it. It was Surridge who had Maxi Falcone on top of him for much of the sequence. Surridge was unhappy. The goal kick from Ustari into the right attacking half of Inter Miami, and Nashville able to win it. Nashville in its defensive half, right side of the pitch, Nahar to Yazbek. Yazbek now tag set. Couldn't connect on a pass to Shackelberg, who was standing about 6 yards into the left attacking half. It rolls through Shackelberg, and that is the end of the opening half. The whistle is blown by Filip Dujic, and a fascinating opening 45 minutes. The exclamation point in the 17th minute, Lionel Messi with a goal from 23 yards, a free kick under the wall and inside the far post. sending Chase Stadium into hysterics, his 15th goal of the MLS campaign, and Messi is the difference. Inter Miami 1, Nashville SC 0. At halftime, we'll hear highlights, we'll go through numbers, and we'll take a glance all around MLS with Mike Rizzo, who is waiting patiently, whichever one you want to say or use, waiting patiently back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Mike Rizzo on the way. Inter Miami, a 1-0 lead over Nashville SC. Halftime show after this. It's Inter Miami.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
Welcome to What's Next. For your community, for your career, and for the healthcare field. At Carrington College, we're training the next generation of medical assisting professionals, bringing you the hands-on training to be ready for a career in a real-world healthcare setting. We're building a proven legacy of career training, going back over half a century. So if you're ready to train for a career in medical assisting and make a difference in your community, we're ready for you. For information about student outcomes, visit carrington.edu/SCI.
Looking for the perfect place to unwind, dine, or host your next event? Discover the Officers Club Restaurant and Bar in McClellan Park. Enjoy fresh, seasonal dishes, handcrafted cocktails, and a relaxed, inviting vibe. Stop by for happy hour every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. And don't miss Monday night trivia from 7 to 8:30. The Officers Club, where great food and good times come together. Visit theofficersclub.com today.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
At Verizon, lock in our best price ever on the best 5G in Sacramento and be the best you. Check where your ride is for your trip into the office. Get that almost impossible dinner reservation and save big with Verizon while you do it all. Switch today and pay $45 a month for a single line. That's right, just $45 a month when you bring in your phone with unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Stop by your nearest Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Score Report dated 2H 2024. Your results may vary. Additional terms apply.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And we're also committed to sustainability. That means all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from 2 of our very own recycling plants. So when you want the best water nature has to offer, the choice is crystal clear. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water, bottled at the spring source. Learn more at crystalgeyserplease.com.
Epic views, waterfall mists, summits, sunsets. It's all better outside. And with All Trails, you can discover the best of nature with over 450,000 trails around the world. Download the free app today and find your next adventure.
Guys, by now you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and use code TIKI for 20% off at collarsandco.com.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
His left foot, low ball scored inside the far post. It was inevitable. Messi Messi who sprawled to the right, but his fate was sealed. It is goal number 15 on the year for Lionel Messi. He is one off the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer, and he keeps on pouring in goals. It's his 9th goal in his last 5. Incredible! It's the 101st goal from outside the box in the career of Lionel Messi. 71 break hit goals in his career.
That is the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka, on the call. Welcome on in, folks, to your halftime report on your Inter Miami radio network. Lionel Messi opening up the scoring in the 17th minute in that first half. It is his 5th goal in his last 3 games and 9th in his last 5, to Ken's point. And he has over 100 goals outside the box in his career. We are truly watching one of the greatest to ever do it in an Inter Miami uniform. And as I mentioned, welcome on into the halftime show. We are powered by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Want more from your drive? This is it. The all-new Audi Q5 with a powerful sporty silhouette, dynamic handling, and responsive steering that makes every ride better than the last. An all-new interior with a digital stage with you in mind. Introducing the all-new Audi Q5, our best made better. Test drive the all-new 2025 Audi Q5 at your local South Florida Audi dealer today, or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Let's get into your halftime stats, brought to you by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Inter Miami winning the possession 53% to 47%. Expected goals for Inter Miami is 0.46. Expected goals for Nashville, 0.14. Total shots for our Herons, 5, comparatively to Nashville's 3. 3 shots on target for our Herons, 0 for Nashville. 2 big chances for Inter Miami, 0 for Nashville. You're finding a trend here. Inter Miami defensively has really kind of locked things down for Nashville. Inter Miami Oscar Ustari doesn't have a save. He might as well be picking dandelions out there with what's been going on in the first half with Inter Miami. But Inter Miami did miss a couple of big chances. This thing could easily be 3-0 right now on the score sheet. But 1-0 at halftime with Lionel Messi's 17th minute goal. I mentioned that no saves so far for Oscar Ustari. Ustari, coming into the game, we were a bit worried that something might have been going on with Oscar. Oscar kind of had a shoulder injury. The last game, we saw the lone goal that New England scored this past Wednesday. That was Inter Miami's last fixture this past Wednesday at Gillette Stadium against the New England Revolution. It seemed Oscar Ustari hurt that shoulder. He went to go try to swat a pretty good shot by Gill of New England, who ultimately ended up scoring. He went to go reach his shoulder up, felt some pain, and wasn't able to extend it. Javier Mascherano tonight has 2 goalkeepers in the reserves. He's got Rocco Rios Novo, the young Argentinian, who before he came to Inter Miami, played football with Javier Mascherano for the under-21 Argentinians in the Olympics. And then you got William Yarborough, the United States veteran, who played 19 games last season for his former club, gave up 45 goals. But nonetheless, 2 keepers on the reserves for Inter Miami. We didn't necessarily, like I said, Ustari but might as well have been picking dandelions while Inter Miami was really holding possession and getting shots on target. But it's good to see that Oscar kind of lasted that first half. But Inter Miami dominating the game. As I mentioned, it probably should be a couple of goals to nil right now, but we are deadlocked at 1-0. Let's go around the MLS. A lot of fixtures in hand right now, and a lot of these fixtures did start at 7:30. So we are into the second half on a couple of these. So Orlando City up 1-0 on Montreal. That's in the 53rd minute. Philadelphia up 2-0 on the New York Red Bulls, 53rd as well. Toronto 0-0 with Atlanta. That's in the 50th. As I've mentioned, halftime with our Herons, 1-0 over Nashville. Austin FC in that 13th minute against New England. And then Chicago and San Diego. San Diego up 1-0 in Chicago. Minnesota against San Jose. Minnesota up 1-0. 0-0 against Sporting Kansas City and Seattle. And then FC Cincinnati up 2-0 against the Columbus Crew. Let's take a quick look at the reserves for Inter Miami on maybe who might be coming into the game. By the way, Lionel Messi, the lone goal in the game, 7.7 MR, according to FotMob. But on the bench, no one else on the pitch, for that matter, for Inter Miami or Nashville, is over a 6.8. I could probably see Baltasar Rodriguez coming on at some point, maybe for a Talasco Segovia. Federico Redondo, Ken did mention Redondo a bit banged up right now, but he is available off the bench. Maybe you could see him come in for Benjamin Kremasky or Sergio Busquets. I think Sergio Busquets maybe could use a breather, did not rest for 1 minute during the FIFA Club World Cup, and has really been available and fit. But Baltasar Rodriguez, Federico Redondo, and then Fafa Pico. I honest to God, folks, I was a little surprised Fafa wasn't in the lineup tonight. We haven't necessarily seen Fafa Pico featured for the Inter Miami Herons. Pico, a big acquisition in the offseason, can play a little bit of everything. Can play left mid, can play right mid, could play a bit of striker if asked to as well. So I think those are three names to keep an eye on coming off of the bench: Baltasar Rodriguez, Federico Redondo, and Fafa Pico. Now, if there is a defender, let's say a center back gets injured, it's going to be Ryan Saylor tonight. Ryan Saylor is the lone center back on the bench for Javier Mascherano tonight. So if we do have a center back go down, it's probably going to be Ryan Saylor coming off that bench. For that matter, too, a fullback as well. So Saylor, the lone defender on the bench, could possibly see him coming in as well. I got to give credit to Mascherano and the Herons for their game plan against Surridge. Now, Surridge is the Golden Boot leader by 1 goal after Lionel Messi scored his 15th goal in the MLS season in the first half. That is Sam Surridge, the 26-year-old from England. He has 16 goals on the season and has really been able to find the back of the net a lot of times this year. But Mascherano and this defense and his tactics have really gotten to Nashville. I mentioned it once again. Let's go through the statistics for Nashville. No shots on target, no big chances, 0 big chances missed. They have 3 shots total. I mean, there has not been a lot of offensive output so far for Nashville SC. And, let's hope it continues in the second half. On Wednesday, Inter Miami's most recent fixture, they were able to handle their business handedly in that first half. Did get a little bit of dicey in that second half after that Gill goal in the 80th minute. But 1-0 is your halftime score. It is now time to send you back pitchside with Ken LaVicka and our on-site producer, the OG, Oscar Gonzalez, live in Fort Lauderdale. Good to be home. Inter Miami's first home fixture since May 31st. Going well so far. Let's hope our Herons can hang on in the second half. You are listening to your Inter Miami.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
Looking for the perfect place to unwind, dine, or host your next event? Discover the Officers Club Restaurant and Bar in McClellan Park. Enjoy fresh, seasonal dishes, handcrafted cocktails, and a relaxed, inviting vibe. Stop by for happy hour every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. And don't miss Monday night trivia from 7 to 8:30. The Officers Club, where great food and good times come together. Visit theofficersclub.com today.
The powers that be want you to believe that sunspots are interfering with our signal from ESPN Radio. Little flares from 93 million miles away, disrupting the feed of my station? Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Oh, sure, scientists say solar storms mess with satellites, right when I'm a... Bill Belichick? Forget it. Tune in before sunrise when we're immune to the sun's so-called harmful rays. Wake up with Unsportsmanlike on ESPN 106.3 before the sun starts its daily attack.
It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
the second half in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 1, Nashville SC 0. Filip Dujic blows his whistle, and the second half has begun. Ken LaVicka back with you in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as nighttime is fully descended upon South Florida. 1-0 Inter Miami on top here at Chase Stadium. To my right, Oscar Gonzalez, the OG onside engineer. Great work as always at halftime by Mike Rizzo in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Inter Miami in the attack right to left in the second 45. Inter Miami head to toe in pink, black lettering, numbering, and trim. Meanwhile, Nashville, yellow tops, blue lettering, numbering, and trim with their blue shorts. Inter Miami in the left attacking third. Suarez sends a ball to the right of the area. Allende holds up play, and he'll scoop a ball out to the right wing, and Inter Miami resets the attack in their left attacking half. Inter Miami got the only goal of this match in the 17th minute off of a Lionel Messi free kick. He now has 10 goals in his last 6 matches, 9 in his last 5. Absolutely prodigious from Lionel Messi. In fact, the biggest goal-scoring burst of the year from Sam Surridge, who's on the other side tonight. Nashville, the Golden Boot leader in MLS, was 10 goals in a 6-match span. That is an all-time record for Nashville. Lionel Messi has officially matched that pace with his free kick goal tonight, with his 10th tally in 6 matches. Here is a ball that is sent right defensive half, and on the charge, here's a good ball through, trying to get to Luis Suarez, but it's swiped back to the goalkeeper. Suarez could not get on the end of that. Jason Palacios got there first. That ball came from the right wing from Tadeo Allende. Off the restart, the referee says, no, push it back. Not ready for play yet. As we get into minute number 48 on a warm, muggy Saturday night in South Florida. The air is heavy, a lot of anticipation. It was thick leading into this one, and this has been quite the tug of war between these two sides. Nashville found its way about the 20th minute of this match, has not been able to break through after Inter Miami was the better side for about the opening 20 minutes, and Lionel Messi punctuated that with his free kick goal, a foul against Kromoski in the Nashville right attacking half as he wrestled Neuhaar to the turf. And now it's Tagseth off the restart, getting Nashville going. Coming up the right side, outside right channel. Here's a delivery into the box, and it's into the back of the net. A goal for Mukhtar. A wonderful delivery from Neuhaar, about 30 yards away from the near touchline, and he picked out Mukhtar Stari on the near post, and we're level at 1. What a dazzling delivery. That was all world, and Inter Miami has been dinged early in the second half. Neuhaar just lined up across, and Mukhtar was unmarked in the middle of the area and simply flicked a header near post past Ustari. That is poor defending from Inter Miami. That is not good enough. And Inter Miami pays the price. 1-1 in the 49th minute. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. It's Inter Miami football.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Ken LaVicka back with you from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 1, Nashville 1. Nashville just drawing level thanks to a Hani Mukhtar goal, his 10th of the year. He now has 18 goal contributions on the season. That is his 5th goal all time against Inter Miami, all competitions. He has been a thorn in Inter Miami's side in the history of the franchise. And now Inter Miami needs to get moving again. The attack has been stagnant. Left of the box, here's Luis Suarez trying to nutmeg Palacios. Couldn't get it through his legs. And now Nashville trying to build out of the back. Oh, a chip up and over Alba to himself for Nahar, who had the lovely assist on the Mukhtar goal. But Inter Miami able to track back. Sergio Busquets and Davi Martinez escort it back to the goal right side of the pitch where Oscar Ustari, Inter Miami goalkeeper, swipes it back into play. Messi, a ball to the left wing. Suarez fighting for it. He's boxed out by Palacios. Suarez just not contributing much here tonight. He had a very, very poor miss on a wide open net early in this match, and it has carried into his play the rest of the proceedings. Nashville's goalkeeper Joe Willis has a ball played onto him, and he will send one right up the middle to Patrick Yazbek in Nashville's left defensive half. And now Yazbek has it once again after a return feed from the far touchline. Yazbek into the attacking half. It was won by Schaffelberg, who took some contact, and a foul is called against Kramaski of Inter Miami. Schaffelberg for a second time tonight down on the pitch and writhing in pain. And now here come the physios for Nashville. Inter Miami, 10 halftime leads this season, 32 points in the opening half. That is second in MLS. But Inter Miami, it only takes Nashville 2 minutes into the second half to equalize, with this scoreline sitting 1-1. So as Schaffelberg for Nashville receives some medical attention, players on both sides will go and receive some hydration. Fafa Pico getting loose for Inter Miami along the Inter Miami touchline. You wonder if he's going to be the one to take Luis Suarez off. Alan Abando is not available tonight for Javier Mascherano. If we're speaking of Inter Miami strikers, Federico Redondo is getting loose as well. Baltasar Rodriguez jogging in his penny along the end line, left side of the pitch. Goals tonight for Lionel Messi, Inter Miami, and Hani Mukhtar of Nashville. Inter Miami's coming in the 17th minute. Nashville's, thanks to Mukhtar, coming in the 49th minute. 1-1 score line. This match and Cincinnati-Columbus, the two heavyweight battles. On this weekend of MLS play, Schaffelberg is going to come off. So we'll have our first substitution of the match, and it's going to come via Nashville. Alex Muil is onto the pitch, and he'll take over near the top of the 4-3-3 for manager BJ Callahan and Nashville SC. So an injury-forced substitution for Nashville, just about 4 minutes after drawing level 1-1. And Nashville has it in their left defensive half. Inter Miami has not shown much in the attack for quite some time. Willis, the goalkeeper, sends it into the midfield. Busquets with a header down in front of the midfield circle, and Inter Miami is in possession. Can they make anything happen? Martinez coming into the left attacking half for Inter Miami. Continues to charge forward. And now a good ball, Messi to the outside left of the area. Alba pushes in a cross. Couldn't find anybody. It's cleared away, but on to Busquets of Inter Miami. Busquets now scoops to the right side of the box. Allende lays it off. Here's Messi. Messi to his left foot to the top of the penalty arc. His shot is blocked high into the air. Could not get it through traffic. Can Inter Miami win the ball back in their defensive half? The answer is yes, as Mukhtar hit the ground. Kramaski won it back for Inter Miami. Now to the right of the area. Wagon worked into the middle channel, about 34 yards out. Messi. He was able to thread the needle on a pass to Suarez, who tried to float a ball to the upper left and put it up and over the crossbar. An ambitious take there for Luis Suarez just outside the right portion of the area. It's into the seats, and it's a goal kick for Nashville. Well, Suarez tried to loft a ball home with no keeper in front of goal early in this match, and then he tried to do it with pinpoint accuracy in the 54th minute, and it sailed about 5 feet above the crossbar. Right idea. Suarez right now, his form doesn't dictate he's able to pull off that shot. Tag Seth, just inside the right attacking half for Nashville. Spray the ball out to the left-hand side. It'll be played back into Nashville's left defensive half. And the boys in blue, as they call them in Tennessee, stay patient in possession. Tag Seth. Midfield circle. Good tackle from behind by Luis Suarez. That's a nice contribution. And now Segovia left attacking half. At the front of the midfield circle. Here comes Messi up the right channel. Messi back to his left foot. Messi dispossessed by Tag Seth. Good defensive play by Tag Seth as Messi was trying to line him up. And look out on the counter. Here's Nashville. It's a 3-on-2. It's played left side of the box. Falcone was late defensively out of the right foot of Surridge. And it's just wide of the far post to the right of goal. But the flag was up. It was offside. Surridge couldn't keep himself on. Falcone was a bit late defensively because he played Surridge offside coming up that left channel. So this is starting to get a little nervy for Inter Miami. This looks like the Nashville that is unbeaten 15 in a row all competitions and 12 straight in Major League Soccer. Maxi Falcone, far side, right defensive half for Inter Miami. Trying to regain some traction in this match are the men in pink. Square ball near side to the middle of the pitch. Lionel Messi couldn't beat Tag Seth for that ball in the attacking midfield. Real-time MLS table, Cincinnati is atop the East, 45 points as they hold serve. Over in Philadelphia. Philadelphia 43 points on the table, 2 points back. Nashville can leapfrog Philadelphia with a victory and put themselves for another weekend in second in the East. Inter Miami, meanwhile, has fallen to sixth in the real-time table, with Orlando's 1-0 victory over Toronto. But Inter Miami, if they can pull off all 3 points, they will jump into fourth in the East because they have swept the season series from Columbus, who currently trails 2-0 in their match. But right now, Nashville controlling possession, 58th minute, 1-1 Inter Miami and Nashville SC from the defensive half into the attacking half, far left touchline. Marcelo Weigott won a ball on that side. That is good physical play from Weigott. There's a Nashville player down and upset on the far side. The referee says play on. That's just football. I believe that is Surridge who is unhappy. And now here comes Inter Miami. Left attacking half. The border of the attacking third. Segovia. Inside right channel. To the outside left of the area. Alba played it back. Segovia on the left wing. Segovia scoops the ball. Messi couldn't get through. A little too cute there from Segovia. And then Segovia called for a foul as he rode Tag Seth into this natural surface. Filip Dujic has, for the most part, kept things orderly tonight. Our referee in black on this Saturday evening. And we have hit the hour mark here in Fort Lauderdale. Ken Levicka with you from Chase Stadium. Oscar Gonzalez, on-site engineer, the OG to my right. Mike Rizzo back in the network studios in West Palm Beach. 1-1 Inter Miami and Nashville. In the second half this season, Inter Inter Miami has 19 goals. That is 6th in MLS. They need to find one here to break this 1-1 draw. Nashville looking for what would be a famous away victory and snap a streak of 7 winless against Inter Miami. Here's Wagon with the delivery into the middle of the box. That was handled by Nashville defensively. That delivery came from the right-hand side, and then Nashville trying to use its athleticism to charge forward, and a foul against Nashville. That's a nice play by Allende to get to the ball first and get in front of Kasim, who's called for the foul along the touchline in the midfield. And now Inter Miami back to play. Martinez, left attacking half to the near touchline. Inter Miami going right to left. Into the middle. Here's Suarez onto his right foot. Suarez had a pass picked off. Won it back, though, in the penalty arc. Tried a short-range pass to Segovia. He had it tackled away. Brave defending by Jack Mayer of Nashville. There looked like a couple of opportunities Inter Miami had to maybe attempt a shot. Segovia, he thought he was fouled in the left attacking third. But the referee says play on, and Nashville on it in the right attacking half now. Played into the midfield circle for Kasim. And now Tagseth. Right into the middle of the pitch, Yazbek. Yazbek surveys, sent it short range outside the left portion of the center circle for Tagseth. Tagseth delivered a ball to the top border of the box. Falcone heads it down. And a long ball into the middle. Suarez couldn't get on the end of it. Messi nearly did, but swiping it back is Palacios from the midfield circle onto the keeper. Gonna give away. Willis give it right to Messi, middle of the box. He's not gonna miss that. Messi pissed her just long enough to force the turnover. It's a 5th straight match with a brace for Lionel Messi. He found himself all alone, and he puts it into the left side of goal. It was on a platter, and Messi was perfect. 2-1, Inter Miami, 62nd minute. And a big thank you from Joe Willis of Nashville. Messi will never score an easier goal. A catastrophic mistake from Willis as Messi stepped into the path of a pass at the edge of the area. Messi footed it down and simply slid it past the keeper. Messi forced the mistake. What can't he do? And there the Messi chants. And now Javier Mascherano is going to take the opportunity to make his opening substitutions. Federico Redondo, Baltasar Rodriguez are on for Inter Miami. Redondo for Allende. As these substitutions are coming hot and heavy here. So I'll try and keep up with you as we go along. Baltasar Rodriguez taking off Talasco Segovia for Inter Miami. And then a couple of substitutions for Nashville. Gaston Brugman has Patrick Yazbek coming off. So Yazbek's night is done, the midfielder. And Gaston Brugman enters the fray. Walker Zimmerman, the U.S. men's national team man, comes on for Jason Palacios. So those are your substitutions, 4 of them in total, 2 for each side. And substitutions 2 and 3 for Nashville. 2-1, Inter Miami on top. 5th straight match with a brace for Lionel Messi. He now has 11 goals in his last 6. An unstoppable and jaw-dropping pace for Lionel Messi at 38 years old. And now in real time, Inter Miami jumps to 4th in the Eastern Conference. 65th minute. There is still a lot of time here. Inter Miami is going to have to either park the bus, which has not worked particularly well for them through fast stretches of the season or continue to be aggressive, which did work for them for the most part in the FIFA Club World Cup. And in about the last month and a half of MLS play. So what tactic will Javier Mascherano take? We're about to find out. Sergio Busquets forces a turnover in the midfield, and now Inter Miami wants to run again. Lionel Messi, middle channel, left attacking half. Split two defenders, and he's chopped down by Tagseth. No, the referee says play on. My goodness. Absolutely no respect for the greatest player of all time from Filip Dujic, the referee. But then a very strong Wagon slide tackle to break up play as Nashville was trying to produce an opportunity. Far side, right attacking third, off the throw in for Nashville. Here is Muil. He was the first substitute. Pass to the top of the box. Surridge tried to play it through his legs. Cleared by Inter Miami, but right back to Tagseth. Here comes Nashville. Play through. Look out! And Mukhtar from a difficult angle. Right of the 6-yard box. Put it offside netting. I believe Ustari got a touch on it. And let's take a look here. Ustari, I don't know. They awarded a corner to Nashville, near side to far side. Ustari's not protesting. We looked at the replay. It did not look like Ustari got a touch on that. It was a really difficult angle shot. It will be a corner for Nashville, near side to far side. Right attacking third. This will be an outswinger from Mukhtar, the goal scorer tonight for Nashville. 2-1 Inter Miami. 67th minute. Mukhtar with his right foot as Inter Miami attempts to mark defensively. Two hands in the air for Mukhtar. Here he comes to the near post. It's headed up and over the crossbar. Ustari had to leap for it, and he put a touch on it. He tipped it over the crossbar. Oh, that was a nifty header from Walker Zimmerman. I know it went off of Federico Redondo, I believe. Walker Zimmerman, it went off the shoulder of Redondo. That was where the touch took place upon the replay. So Mukhtar's going to do it again, same spot. Near side to far side corner, 2-1 Inter Miami. Walker Zimmerman, the wily veteran, the U.S. men's national team veteran, directed that well. Mukhtar is going to put this to the near post again. It's headed by Surridge to the left of the area. Now sent to Tagseth, who almost whipped on a shot entirely outside the upper left of the box. Ball is loose. Won by Inter Miami. Cleared away. And now there's a chase for it. And it is going to be Inter Miami winning the ball. Well done by Inter Miami on that far side to draw a foul. Jordi Alba giving it everything he had to track that ball down. It was sent skyward. He controlled it, took contact for the foul. Quick restart Inter Miami. Messi races into the left attacking half, but had a pass blocked away. He was trying to send something up the left wing, and instead, here's Nashville. They try and play a ball through to Mukhtar, who is lurking, but Martinez had him marked well, and Ustari for Inter Miami will come up at the top of his box and simply push a ball with his right foot back to Martinez, about 5 yards outside of the upper left of the area. 2-1 Inter Miami. Lionel Messi, his 11th goal in 6 matches. I mean, that is absolute insanity. He has 5 straight braces, and he also is tied with Sam Surridge, who's right across from him on this very pitch for the Golden Boot League in Major League Soccer. Miami taking some time in its right defensive third. Got to be careful here. Near right touchline. Alba scooped a ball out that was deflected. It was pressed on to Suarez near the midfield circle, but he couldn't control it, and Nashville is back on it. You'd like to see Inter Miami maybe a little bit more aggressive in the